Hi, welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us live. I'm Maya Shankar, Google's Senior Director of Behavioral Economics. Wow, what a keynote. We just saw a lot of exciting new features and solutions, and so now we're here right outside the keynote main stage to help you unpack all of it. And here with me today is Google Ads Product Liaison, Genai Marvin. Genai, it is so great to have you with us today. Thank you so much for joining.
I'm very excited, Maya. Thank you.
Of course. In just a few moments, we'll also be joined by our product experts for a live Q&A to dive deeper into the details and, most importantly, to answer all of your questions. The best way to submit your questions is on the main Google Marketing Live event page. If you're watching on YouTube, you can just scan the QR code on your screen now to sign in and ask your questions. And here's some extra incentive. By asking questions, you're also going to get a chance to win some awesome Google-branded prizes. Can I please see a drum roll? All right, thank you so much, guys. Like these cool hats. All right, what do you guys think?
Amazing.
Excellent. All right, well, if that's not incentive, I don't know what is. Okay, so as the questions come in, we want to take a few moments to get Genai's very unique perspective on some of what we just heard in the keynote. So Genai, real quick, what exactly does it mean to be the Google Ads Product Liaison?
Great question. I get it a lot. So my focus really is on connecting and engaging with our advertiser community, hearing feedback and questions, and then bringing that back in and working with our ads teams internally to make those connections.
Mm-hmm. Great. I'd also love to hear if you're able to choose your top 3 favorite features or announcements that Google advertisers should be thinking about right now. What would they be?
Okay, you're going to have to help me count down. So this is hard. I would say one that sticks out is AI Max for search campaigns, which is a one-click option to enable AI features in your search campaigns. And it's aimed at driving more conversions, more conversion value for advertisers. Mm-hmm. And number 2
yes.
is Creator Partnerships Hub in Google Ads. Again, also aimed at making it easier to find and partner with creators and tap into their reach and authenticity. And then, let's see, 3, I would say smart bidding exploration is really interesting. A new lever to be able to give smart bidding more flexibility to find conversion opportunities that you might have missed otherwise.
Okay.
And that really is for advertisers who are using lead gen or online sales goals to, with ROAS targets to find more value. And they can start looking into that today.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah. One other thing I just wanted to add, as I was thinking about it, is incrementality testing. I know that was announced today. It's so exciting what's happening in that realm. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you gave a 4th because I was worried the other features might be a little jealous of your top 3. So that is great. You know, we previously teased some of these announcements over the past month, and I was curious to know what the reception's been like so far. So, like, what are advertisers saying about these new features?
Yeah. So first, we teased the cross-channel performance reporting in PMax, and reception conversations have been enthusiastic, and also genuine surprise that PMax is finally getting this level of transparency. It's been a big advertiser ask, and so it's great to see that coming into fruition. Also been excited with that. We, same announcement, the asset level metrics that are available for search, PMax, and display campaigns. So being able to see metrics like cost now at the asset level is really exciting. And then I touched on this already, but the AI Max for search campaigns we also teased. This one takes a little bit longer to be able to grasp exactly how it works and what it is. I just did a PPC chat AMA last week great group of people, answered nearly 50 questions on this. So I think once people get their hands on it, it'll be much more tangible. But the great thing about it is no need to rebuild your campaigns. You can just enable it right within your existing campaigns, and the extra controls and insights that it is built right in is really great. And I think also reflective, both of these are really reflective of how Google is listening and building products based on user feedback.
That's great. Thank you for that very helpful overview. I think it'll be certainly useful for folks who are tuning in. As I mentioned, Genai is an excellent company today. I'd like to extend a big welcome to all of our Google Ads product experts. Thank you guys so much for being here. These are the folks who build the tools that you've seen on stage based on the feedback they hear from advertisers like you. And they are here to ensure that you get the most out of them. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's deliver. All right, so please welcome Michael Farubar, Director of Data and Measurement Solutions, here to talk about Google's modern measurement game plan. We have Cecilia Wong, who's the head of Global AI-powered search ads, creatives, and formats to help us understand the future of search. And then we have Pallavi Naresh, the Director of Product Management and our resident expert on generative AI, who will be leading the discussion on the future of AI-powered creativity. Thank you all for being here. And we're getting questions live. They're flowing in. So if you don't mind, let's dive into some of the ones we're seeing. Does that work for you guys? Okay, great. All right, so let's start with the future of search. So Cecilia, our audience wants to know, how do AI overviews actually create more ad opportunities for businesses? Won't users just get their answers from the AI summary and not actually click on ads?
Thanks, Maya. I think this is a question that comes up almost every time I speak with advertisers, and it really starts with the evolution of our search intent. And so with AI overviews and AI mode, users are able to explore more complex topics or questions. And our AI is not just only able to understand the what, but the why there's behind every single search they're making. Mm-hmm. And so by understanding both the user's query as well as the content of the AI response, we're able to generate the most relevant ad alongside that experience. And really make sure that advertisers might be the potential best next step for a user's journey.
Right.
And a lot of advertisers have been really eager to be part of this experience and capture this opportunity. And we're really excited. In the keynote, we announced that we're expanding ads and AI overviews to desktop as well as more English-speaking countries. And we'll start experimenting with integrating ads in AI mode as well.
That is so exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next question I think is most relevant to you, Pallavi. So let me ask you the following. So in the keynote, advertisers have just seen some generative AI tools that really seem well positioned to transform how they create assets. Can you tell advertisers a bit more about that?
Yeah, of course. Well, as someone who has had the opportunity to help build some of these tools, what I'm most blown away by is how they simplify and make more efficient the creative process. Mm-hmm. For our SMB customers, our small and medium-sized businesses, it gives them access to building high production value creatives in a way they just haven't been able to before. Mm-hmm. And for our larger advertisers, it empowers their media teams to create effortless variations and make those really crucial last mile edits while staying on brand. And so what I'm really most excited about is it really gives customers of all sizes something of value, whether they have a lot of creative resources or just a little bit. It really empowers all of our advertisers across the spectrum to be able to improve their ad performance.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, let's take a look at the next question that's come in. All right. Michael, I'd love to bring you into the conversation. So this one, hot off the presses. When it comes to data, there is a lot to maintain in order to make sure everything works smoothly. How does Data Manager help here?
Yeah, it's a great question. Data is such an important part of performance. Like Genai mentioned, is one of the things we're most excited about. So understanding why or why not you get performance is as equally critical as the performance itself. And that's where the ability to kind of diagnose what's working, what's not working, and make adjustments quickly is so critical for our advertisers. Take channel performance reporting on PMax as one example. You'll start to see how campaigns are doing across different Google channels. And so let's say you see a dip in conversions from display. Data Manager won't just show you where the drop comes from, but it'll give you specific actions, precise feedback. Another example would be if you're connecting your tag conversions to an additional data source. There's a lot of complexity with the integration of new signals. And so the ability to get clear alerts, get clear signals means that you'll have to spend less time kind of guessing and more time ultimately doing what you want to do, which is fixing, optimizing, and getting better performance from your campaigns. So to conclude, Data Manager not just gives you the what, but also the why, and helps you make smarter decisions on the fly.
Yeah, I think that's a theme we're hearing throughout the conversation. The next question, let me just open it up, whoever feels most qualified to answer. So on stage, we saw video ads appear directly in search and Google shopping results. How can advertisers get their video assets into these new placements, and how should they be thinking about performance?
I can take this one. So yes, we are starting to experiment with videos in ads in search and shopping. And the reason is to make the ads more and the experience is more visual and engaging. Also, it really reflects how people are consuming content today. How to enable this? So in the current beta experiment, it's for retails and for PMax specifically, and you just need to add your videos to your asset groups. And you want to have horizontal and portrait mode and load those in, and they should be relevant to the rest of the content in your asset groups.
Right.
And what we see really is that rather than thinking about this from a brand video perspective, with the focuses on attention and awareness, you want to have videos that resonate best are ones that have, they're talking about features, they're talking about how-to content, testimonials. So really thinking about how you can supplement your existing text assets that are in your asset group.
Great. We have another question, guys. Okay, so search campaigns with AI Max sounds like a big step, promising performance with just one click. How much visibility and control do advertisers actually have compared to traditional search campaigns? It seems like this one, Cecilia, this is right up your alley.
Yes,
so why don't you go for this one?
Definitely. We've heard the feedback loud and clear that advertisers need more control and transparency in order to adopt more of our AI-powered solutions. And so that was at top of mind as we were developing AI Max for search campaigns. And so one of the transparency features is this new reporting you get. You get to see exactly where the AI is driving new searches for you, alongside the headlines it's generating and the landing page it's driving to understand the performance and value that AI Max can drive. And so our early beta testing has seen advertisers typically see about 27% more conversions at the same CPA or ROAS when they're typically still using exact or phrase match keywords.
Great. All right, let's get on to the next question. Yeah, this one's also for the group at large. Will you stop having overlapping expertise areas? It's very inconvenient. Okay, so with all of these new AI creative features, how can advertisers stay authentic? Ooh, I love this question. Stay authentic with respect to their brand identity and unique voice.
I'll just jump in quickly because this comes up a lot, and I'm sure probably we can talk more expertly about this than I can, but it is so important to just remember that you are in control of your brand and you're in control of how your brand stands out and what makes it stand out. And so you have the ability to guide Gen AI with your brand. I just think it's really important to keep that in mind. I don't know if you have more to add to that.
I couldn't agree with you more, Genai. I'm also just really excited with what's happening with Imagen. We have previously talked about taking a picture of your product and changing the background, which was really cool. But today we announced some brand new features that involve using your product images, and it could seriously be from your cell phone or from your merchant listings, and actually taking that image of your product and putting it in context, showing that product being used or worn in a realistic setting. How cool is that? That's such a game changer.
Yeah.
And just going back to your first point, how do you stay authentic to your brand? What better way to stay authentic to your brand than using your authentic product imagery and then showing how those products are used in context? So
Absolutely.
super excited about this.
Yeah. I just want to pause for a second and just say these questions are amazing. And it is so wonderful to see our advertisers engaging in this deep and detailed way. So yeah, kudos for such great questions for everyone who's tuning in live. All right, this is a measurement question that's come in. So Michael, I'm gonna ask this one of you. Many advertisers feel that incrementality testing and MMMs have been out of reach for many of them due to complexity and cost. And so how exactly are you planning to make these easier for folks?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And like Jenny mentioned, this is one of the most exciting parts of what you heard today. Historically, it's been too complex, too expensive for many of our customers to use these tools, but we're changing that. And so the biggest game changer on the incrementality side is our new Bayesian methodology. And this will allow you to run conclusive studies, high quality studies, get the insights you want, but do it with significantly lower budgets and significantly lower conversion requirements. And so you can start testing with a limited budget, and that obviously knocks down a major barrier that many of our customers have flagged to us as being something they want to use, but historically couldn't. Beyond that, we're introducing pilots that support running experiments across different campaign types. And so you can more quickly get results across more of your ad buy. Let's talk about initial findings within just a few days, like 3 days, and complete results within a week. And so this gives advertisers the ability to more quickly pinpoint what's actually working and to reallocate their budgets to where they see uplift for conversions or sales or whatever their goal may be across online sales, lead gen, et cetera. And so that's incrementality. To talk about media or marketing mix models, another really important tool in the advertiser toolbox, and similar story there. Traditionally, MMMs have been big, complex, slow-moving investments, and we've been working a lot to make them easier. And so Meridian is designed to make MMMs truly accessible. We've made them open source so that you have full transparency into how your ad spend is being attributed across channels. And we have a lot of innovative new methodologies like Google Query Volume, so you can more accurately understand the impact of search, for example, or the ability to use experiments to calibrate results so you can make sure that there's a connection between the experiments you're running and the mix models. We also have interactive scenario planning, so you can visualize different impacts. And so there's a variety of ways that we're making this easier and simpler for marketers, not just, for example, data scientists to use these tools. And they can really be, again, in that theme of giving more of your time back so you can focus on what matters most, which is optimizing the performance that you get.
Yeah, I love the increased accessibility.
Can I just add one thing?
Absolutely, go for it, Jenny.
So the incrementality, I think, is just so important for businesses of all sizes being able to make that much more accessible. But the other piece I wanted to just talk about is the experiments, and that we are now just having experiments are built into so many of the products. So like AI Max for search campaigns, you can just start testing it with campaign experiments. So I just think, always think about, if you're thinking, am I ready to try this out, to look to campaign experiments to get that started.
Yeah.
Well said.
The data will tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, well, Ginny, tag you're it, because this next question is actually for you. So the Creator Partnerships Hub looks really promising, but many advertisers are curious about the more practical side. How does it actually help them find the right creator for their brand and to then measure the impact of those partnerships?
Yeah, so like I mentioned before, the Creator Partnership Hub is right in Google Ads, and you'll find it under the Tools section, tab in your Google account when that becomes available. And the cool thing is, it essentially makes it that much more accessible to search the vast library of YouTube creators available. And so you can search for if your brand's been mentioned in an existing creator creator video. You can also look for creators by keyword or genre that are related to your brand. So it's that discovery piece, which is so much more accessible right there in your account. And then you can find information about the creators, their reach, their demos, and even some of the pricing information, potential partnership pricing.
Yep.
Then find their info. You can then reach out. And once you do collaborate with that creator, you can see both paid and organic performance data, again, right in Google Ads.
Oh, right. Okay, excellent. Here's another question from our advertisers. So is search bidding exploration basically just more aggressive bidding since Google's system is not making adjustments to targeting?
Yeah, so minor edit there, smart bidding exploration, but it's aggressive in the sense that we're combining that more flexible ROAS target you're allowing us to have with our back-end bidding mechanism to go after traffic that you're already eligible in for auction, but you might be missing out slightly. And so this will increase your traffic diversity. And our early beta testers have really liked the ability to go after these new pockets of customers and opportunity that they would have missed out on and have that incremental value and reach there.
Okay, great.
Can I just ask, so how, I think we're probably going to see this a lot, and this is the first thing that I thought of, is how is that different than just lowering your ROAS target?
Yeah, that is an amazing question, Jenny, because when I first learned about smart bidding exploration, I also had a similar question. And so when you lower your ROAS target, essentially what you're telling our system in a very simplistic way is you're uniformly bidding up on the match queries you have. But this doesn't guarantee that your traffic diversity will change when you lower your ROAS targets. And the real benefit of smart bidding exploration is that we're going to try to find those new pockets of searches and traffic that you might not have seen before.
Thank you.
Okay, this question goes back to the creative side of things. So, Pallavi, can I ask you this one?
Yeah,
all right.
definitely.
We just announced Genai Creative features in both Google Ads and Merchant Center. But tell me, when should advertisers use one or the other?
I love that our advertisers are asking these insightful questions. Look, at the end of the day, we want you to have the best of Google AI, no matter whether you're working at Merchant Center or Google Ads. And so you're going to find the same great AI-driven creative tools in both of these places. In Merchant Center, we've had Product Studio, and merchants are using Product Studio to create amazing assets. And we've announced today even more awesome features that allow you to manage both your organic and paid presence. Now, in Google Ads, we realized we needed the same creative hub for advertisers to find the best of Google Ads creative AI tools. That's Asset Studio. And you can use Asset Studio to create stunning visuals and also get optimizations to maximize the performance of your creatives. So super excited about that.
Yeah.
And if you're using both surfaces, you have a choice where you want to use these tools. But the best part of this is if you're in one of these tools, you can use either Product Studio or Asset Studio to create amazing assets and push them to your partners in the other tool. At the end of the day, we want marketing teams and media teams to be successful no matter where they're doing their work.
Can I ask another question?
Absolutely.
Sorry.
So, Ginny, you're trying to be the teacher's pet here. I must say, you've earned an A+, okay?
I always have questions. So Asset Studio in Google Ads and Asset Library in Google Ads, how do they relate?
Great question. You'll now be able to find your asset library in the Asset Studio. You can use it to see all your assets, upload assets, import your assets from places like Drive and Dropbox, and use that as a basis for asset production in the studio.
Great. All right, we have a question about Google Tag Gateway. So, Michael, this one's for you. Can you just walk us through it in as simple terms as possible?
Yeah, sure. So Google Tag Gateway is all about building a secure, high-performing measurement foundation, albeit without the heavy lifting that people normally associate with tagging. And so normally your tag loads from Google servers, but with Google Tag Gateway, it loads directly from your own first-party domain using, for example, a content delivery network. We found that not only does this significantly improve performance, but we've seen up to an 11% increase in signals, which ultimately translates to better performance for the campaigns that you have. And we built Google Tag Gateway with privacy at its heart. So for example, how we use confidential match to make sure that we're handling data securely. Plus, exciting, it's easy to adopt with no retagging required. You can just upgrade your existing tag kind of in place.
Can I ask one more question? I'm so sorry. 'Cause I'm just thinking about SMBs and the questions that they're going to have about whether this is relevant to them. And can you talk a little bit about that applicability to SMBs?
This is why we love you. You keep us grounded in reality. So whether you're using a CDN, a content delivery network, or a content management system, we're working hard to reduce complexity kind of across the whole data and measurement stack. And so what this means is that you can upgrade your existing tags without having to do all that extra implementation or setup work. And I think this is an important kind of theme to point out. We've heard a ton of feedback over the years about simplicity, accessibility, not just from small advertisers, but across the spectrum. And so whether it's the work we're doing on Data Manager that I talked about earlier, Google Tag Gateway, all the expanded diagnostics we have available, it's all about making sure that we get insights and information into the hands of our customers, decreasing the barriers to access, and ultimately allowing everyone, again, to focus on what matters most, optimizing and getting the best performance out of your campaigns.
All right, we've got one final question. This one's on search. Cecilia, could you answer this one for us? What's the relationship, advertisers want to know, between AI Max for search campaigns and Performance Max? And when should an advertiser choose one over the other?
Again, I'm really glad advertisers are asking this, and this is really highlighting we're giving that choice. And so if you're looking to maximize your performance across all of Google's channels, Performance Max or PMax is still the best option. But we've heard, as Jenny mentioned, that advertisers are really liking the simplicity of AI Max in boosting their performance on their existing search campaigns with that one-click upgrade. And it also positions your ads to be showing best in these evolving AI-powered results on search. And so just to summarize, if you're already running PMax and search, continue to run your PMax campaigns and start testing AI Max for search campaigns. You'll be able to see that boost in performance, like we mentioned, as well as testing out those new control and transparency features you heard in the keynote as well.
All right, well, this was an incredible Q&A full of so many nuggets of wisdom and great insights. So I just want to, again, say thank you to this amazing panel of experts. Ginny, Michael, Cecilia, Pallavi, thank you for sharing your knowledge and tackling these excellent questions for our audience today. And of course, a big thank you to our audience for joining us, for your terrific questions, and for your sustained engagement throughout Google Marketing Live today. We really hope that this live Q&A session provided valuable clarity and practical takeaways. And you can head to today's recap by scanning the QR code on the screen. Now, before you dive into putting these strategies into practice, I am going to pass it over to John Nicoletti, who's ready to share some great updates for you, including the winners of the Google Ads Impact Awards. All right, over to you, John, and we'll see you all next time.
Thanks, Maya, and a huge thank you to everyone who sent in questions. It is awesome to hear directly from each of you. And speaking of hearing from you, I've got some exciting news that came straight from your feedback. We've been listening, and one thing we've consistently heard is that you needed an easier way to find the best, most relevant updates and resources, so you can get the most out of Google Ads, grow your business, and advance your career. So we're really happy to announce that we're making Accelerate with Google more helpful and more personal to do just that. Based on your marketing objective, you'll get a personalized plan that brings together recommended products and the best resources in just one place, saving you time and making it easier for you to take the right actions. Accelerate with Google will be your one destination for upcoming events, important product announcements, step-by-step guides, and even direct access to Google experts for support. For example, if your goal is to generate leads, you'll see upcoming Ads Academy sessions, video tutorials, and articles about using products like Broadmatch and Smart Bidding, so you can optimize your campaigns, reach more customers, and grow your business. You can sign up today by scanning this QR code. And finally, we are thrilled to be introducing new ways to celebrate and honor your achievements through Accelerate with Google, including industry-recognized certifications in our brand new awards program, the Google Ads Impact Awards. The Google Ads Impact Awards celebrate the marketers and agencies who are driving extraordinary impact, making their businesses and their clients more successful. These marketers and agencies are shaping the future of marketing by leveraging Google Ads and AI in innovative ways. And in fact, I have the honor of announcing the first winners of the Google Ads Impact Awards. This year, out of tens of thousands of nominations, we're honoring 4 marketers in 5 agencies across 4 distinct categories: data innovation, media achievement, creative impact, and AI excellence. And now, for the winners. First up is data innovation. This category awards the marketers at the forefront of innovation in data-driven decision-making. These winners are using AI to generate deeper insights that improve campaign strategies and performance. In data innovation, the individual winner is Megan Parsons from Ignite Visibility. And the agency winner is iProspect. Next up is media achievement. The Media Achievement Award honors those who are achieving industry-leading results by delivering specific and personalized ads to the right customer at the right time. In the Media Achievement, individual winner is Shad Jafari from Missouri. And the agency winner is Spark Foundry. Next up, we have Creative Impact. The Creative Impact Award recognizes those who are creating engaging and effective ads that deliver powerful and relevant marketing messages to their target audiences. In Creative Impact, the individual award winner is Luke Hubbard from AdMixed for his work with Mizzen and Maine. And the agency winner is Mission One Media, powered by AdLucent. And finally, the moment that you have been waiting for, AI Excellence. In the AI Excellence category, we're honoring those who are pushing the boundaries of what's possible using AI to drive massive results and impact. This year, we're honoring 1 individual and 2 agencies. These winners demonstrated industry-leading innovations using Google's ads, AI, and their own creativity to achieve their goals. The recipient of the AI Excellence Award is an individual who leveraged AI across their marketing strategy, from insights to personalization, to drive unprecedented traffic and record-breaking sales. And this year's winner is Brandon Pena from 787 Coffee. The recipient of the AI Excellence Award Breakthrough Agency is truly a rising star in our industry, highlighting how agencies can accelerate their AI maturity and achieve huge results. This agency used Google's AI solutions to supercharge and scale their client's business. And the winner is Search Kings. And finally, this year's agency recipient of the AI Excellence Award, the ultimate AI-powered ads leader and the industry's benchmark for AI innovation amongst agencies, setting a bold standard for the future of programmatic media. And the winner is Essence Mediacom. We absolutely loved seeing all of the entries from marketers and agencies this year and can't wait to do this again next year. You can see all of the winners and the work that they did on Accelerate with Google. And don't forget to sign up so that you can apply to win next year. And that is a wrap for Google Marketing Live 2025. And just a reminder, there is so much more to explore from today's keynote and beyond. To access a complete recap of all Google Marketing Live announcements, get more detailed information about new products, and find helpful resources, please visit the official Google Marketing Live event recap page. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.